everybody, what is going on today, or yesterday in the mail, or whenever, yesterday was Sunday, whenever I got mail last, I received a final notice from the Air Quality Board stating that the Honda's emission is due by June 21st, and they will pull the registration on this car as well. So, in order to refrain from that happening, today we're going to see if this will pass the emissions test. Idaho's emissions is pretty lenient. It's OBD, well, it's OBD1, but it's not OBD2, so all they'll do is sniff test it. And they only test for hydrocarbons, I believe, and I can't remember what else, but it's only 2. So they're not too hard to pass here in Idaho, but if you don't have a cat, it's pretty much a lost cause. And this exhaust has what looks like a cat, but you guys are aware of how this car sounds and how custom it is. Basically, it was riced as shit when I bought it. The mirrors still hold a little bit of that heritage there, but you guys know all about this, I'm sure. So we're gonna go see if we can get to pass emissions. It's not too far from my house, but I'm gonna drive out to the freeway and get the car nice and hot before I test it. So if there is a cat, it will be working to the best efficiency I can get it to. See, that looks like a cat, but I wouldn't put it past a Honda person to have a fake cat with a test pipe through it. So we'll see. Alright, a first step to emission success is running a higher octane gas. I never put premium in this car because I just don't really care, but I ran it empty last night, and then I just put 10 bucks in premium in because there was not anything left in the tank. You can see 10 bucks only got me. It'll probably go up to about a quarter once I start moving, but it was below the red line. So now we got mostly premium in the tank. We're gonna go drive it on the freeway, get it nice and warm, and hopefully we'll pass the emissions test. So another concern I have is this car has a fairly obvious exhaust leak, so hopefully that doesn't come into play. I've had exhaust leaks at emissions tests before and they didn't say anything, so we'll see how it goes. So the idea, of course, is not about the engine temperature itself, but keeping your exhaust gas temperatures up to keep the honeycomb in your cat as hot as possible for your emissions test. So hopefully that works out for me. Alright guys, here we go. Alright guys, we are back from the emissions testing center, and it's too windy to hold this, but I passed. Shout out to Rocky Mountain Collision Repair. If you guys are in Ada County, go to them for testing because they only charge $888 for 2 years, where everyone else is charging 25, 30 bucks. 2,500 RPM, CO2 percentage had to be less than 1.2, as at 1.03, cut it a little close there. Hydrocarbons parts per million standards 220, 151 at 2,500, and at idle I was at 0.57% and 129 parts per million. So honestly, didn't do too bad. I guess the cat is actually a cat, so that's good to know. Now we're good to keep driving this thing for a little bit. I haven't really talked to you guys about the daily driver situation with the Audi. I'm really not going to tell you too much, but we'll get there when we get there. And don't be too surprised if it's not an Audi. So, once we get another daily driver, hopefully one with air conditioning, because it's fucking hot outside, and that wasn't a very fun drive because the driver window, when you roll it down, doesn't go back up. So but once we get the new daily driver, we'll throw all the turbo stuff on this. The boosted, I still have the chip and map P06 ECU. So yeah, I'm supposed to get a new exhaust manifold gasket set today, so here in a little bit I'm gonna put my turbo back on my exhaust manifold, and you guys can join me for that. Alright guys, So I got my new manifold gaskets today, and the other day I got my V-band stuff. So that's pretty sick. So now I'm going to put the exhaust manifold and turbo back together and get it ready to go back on the car. Well, on the car for the first time in the case of this turbo. I forgot I was going to put fresh crush washers on everything, so I'm going to do that now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the new turbo is mounted up to my exhaust manifold. There you go. Looking shiny and nice. All new crush washers all around. Someone told me last time, they were like, you have to go to online or whatever to get real exhaust nuts. You definitely don't. These are like the weird kind of like misshapen-ish ones that are supposed to lock on the threads, not nylon lock, obviously. Have used those in the past, worked alright. But yeah, so now we got crush washers, we got the locking exhaust washers on there, and I torqued them down as tight as I could get them. So yeah, she is ready to go. Now we can go put this on the Volvo, and you guys will see that in the next video. Sorry, it's hot as shit outside. Even in here, it's like 85 degrees. Really sucks, so probably tomorrow evening, Ross and I will put it on, and then we can start making a downpipe. The V-band stuff I ordered, I have two, so we can fuck one up and hopefully be alright. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button if you want to see, well, be subscribed if you want to see what happens next. Hit that like button, we'll really appreciate it. And don't forget to submit your entries for Car of the Video to chrisforeverhelp@gmail.com. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.